Hey everyone, welcome back to Lemmy's Creations DIY. My name is Tammy. Today's video I am participating in the Unusual Snowmen challenge. Let's start crafting. In this first craft I have these two 1x6, they're pine beaded boards. They normally go on walls or ceilings or whatnot, ton and grooved. I'm going to put some wood glue along the tongue part there and attach it to the other one and let it dry. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this folk art paint and I'm just going to do a messy painting. I don't want full coverage. I just want a messy look. Look a little distressed. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm taking these beer caps and I'm going to spray paint most of them this silver color, and two I spray paint black. And then because of the silver one, it kind of got little silver dots on it. It's kind of neat. Now, taking these same beer caps, I'm going to lay them out. Small circle on top, bigger circle on the bottom. And then using my hot glue gun, I'm going to glue them all down, one by one, in the spots that I laid them out to be. Now, this is a piece off of a pajama, part of the pant. First, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the hem off. But we're not going to throw it away. We're going to keep that. We're going to use it on the snowman at some point. And then I'm going to cut this in half. And then using the seam, I'm going to draw a half circle and cut that out with my scissors. Then, taking that half circle, we're going to position it on top of the snowman's head and hot glue it down. And this will be his hat. I'm just hot gluing all around the edges. Careful, hot glue's hot. Then taking that hem, I'm going to fold it in half and make it for a scarf on our snowman. Just positioning it in between the small and big circle, making a little knot there and gluing down the little ends. All using hot glue. Now, taking a fine sharp marker, I'm going to draw on his eyes, his nose, and his mouth. Carrot nose, cute little mouth. And then taking my paint markers and a Sharpie, I'm going to color everything in. Next, I mixed together some white and black to make a gray, and I'm going to dry brush it all along the board, just using a chippy brush and just lightly going over it. Just stress it a little more. Then I found a little blue pom-pom and I'm going to glue it on top of his hat. And this project is done. On to the next craft. So I found this jar in my stash. It has a beautiful etching, like raised etching of snowflakes on either side. I mixed this paint with some, I think it's called peacock blue, and some black to make it a darker black. And I'm just going to paint the entire jar with this color. Peacock blue is a little too bright of a blue for me, so I wanted it a little darker. And this is how it turned out all dry. Now, taking some white acrylic paint and some Mod Podge, I'm going to mix the two together. I learned this trick from Sandra over at the Schroven's Nest. She didn't have any wax, and I don't have any wax. So she did this and kind of like made her own wax. And then I'm just going to brush over top of these snowflakes, just to bring them out. I loved this idea. And I do both sides. Now that that's done, we're going to take this styrofoam ball and we're going to glue it on top of the jar. Now in the end, I added different glue, some Eileen's tacky glue along with the hot glue, because I ended up decapitating this snowman a couple times because the hot glue doesn't hold. Now taking this black fabric, I'm just going to kind of wrap it around his head there and glue it on with some hot glue. I'm basically going to be making his hat. I started using my detail gun, which I'm happy I have because it's a lot easier to get into the areas with it, where you don't need a whole bunch of glue, you just need a little bit. Now I'm going to scrunch it there in the middle, and using some white ribbon, I'm going to wrap it around, tie it, and I also make a little bow on top. And then I snip off the extra, cut around the edge to curve it out. I'm going to add some little blue buttons for his eyes, use a marker for his mouth, and his nose will go on soon. Now taking some more of this black fabric, I'm going to glue on a piece. It's about 1 inch wide as a scarf, and then I have this little tiny snowman sticker. I'm going to glue it right in the middle there. Taking a piece of mop, I'm going to glue that around the edge of his hat, or her hat. I guess she could be a girl. Why not? Trim it off for each side, and now here comes his nose. I painted an end of a skewer stick, and I'm just going to hot glue it and stick it into the foam ball right there in the center. And this project is done. I also took it outside and clear coated it. This video is in participation with the Unusual Snowman DIY Open Playlist Challenge. It is hosted by Amanda from 6 Kids and a Glue Gun and Jackie from Mimi's World. Their links to the channels will be down in the description box along with their playlists. Please go and check everyone out. Taking these 3 pumpkins, I paint them all this color. They took about 2 coats each. In the end, you will see I only used 2. I thought I wanted to do 3, but 2 look better. Taking a skewer stick, I'm going to poke it through the 2 pumpkins and hot glue it together, just to help these pumpkins stay together a little better. And then I snip off the extra skewer stick and watch it go. Phew, it flew. Taking an old sock, I'm going to stick it on top of the head, wrap it around. I actually don't glue this down because it stayed pretty good. Seeing how far I want up, and I cut off the rest of that sock. Taking this red grosgrain ribbon, I'm folding it in half and gluing it together because it was too thick and I wanted something a little thinner and I didn't have anything. And then I'm just going to wrap it around the top of his hat to hold it into place. Now taking some more red ribbon, I'm going to wrap it around in between the top and the bottom. I'm going to tie it at the side, excuse me, and then I angle cut the ends so they're not so long. I have these 2 black pom-poms I'm going to put on his eyes, and 2 red ones for the buttons on his body. Again, using my paint markers, I'm going to draw in his nose, and I draw in his mouth as well. And he's done. I really enjoyed making these. I love making snowmen. I hope you like them too. I hope it gives you some good ideas. I'd like to thank everyone for watching, and I would like to thank Amanda and Jackie for hosting this challenge. It was a lot of fun. If you could, please subscribe, like this video, and don't forget that bell. I hope everybody has a wonderful day. Bye.